Hi, welcome to Finance IT course of NIPA. I am KT Kim from Industrial Bank of Korea, IBK. IBK is the only commercial bank owned by Korean government and focuses on financial support for small and medium enterprises. It is my pleasure to present digital banking trends in Korea. This course is designed to take a glimpse of the digital banking trends in Korea. You will learn how commercial banks thrive in fast-paced digital change. In this session, we will see the move to a new era of banking. Have you heard this quote before? Bill Gates from Microsoft once told in the interview that banking is necessary, but banks are not. It did not bother me until iPhone and Android phone came out in the world. But recent changes in bank industry led me to question, what should banks do to be necessary? The role of commercial banks has been simple but powerful to the economy. It saves money for you, gives loans, and helps payment and settlement. Now banks are facing challenges from all directions, and customers, competitors, regulations are changing commercial banks. First, customers. Millennial, children of baby boomers, now have their own kids, Generation Z. These three generations take digital banking a little differently. Asians are digitally adaptable and eager to embrace new technology. Mobile connectivity and download speed is very satisfying. Most people have good education and 78% of the population have their own mobile phone. Asians make full use of the convenient technology infrastructure. Koreans move to digital finance at record speed. Branch visit decreases dramatically, and everybody does banking on mobile. 91% of bank transactions are done in non-branch channel, which is PC, mobile, and ATM. 61% of customers now do their banking on mobile. Millennial and Generation Z became mainstream financial customers. They count for 50% of population and they never visit branches anymore. Do baby boomers prefer traditional ways? No, baby boomers have adapted well to the digital era. Boomers' screen time spent is similar to millennials, and age 50-plus Koreans rank second following teens in terms of YouTube usage. Second, competitors. There are many companies that try to act like a bank. Fintech, internet-only bank, and big tech are those. You must have heard the term unbundling or disrupting, and most frequently following word is banking, like unbundling of banking. Common bank services can now be reached through many fintech services, but most banks take this as a small dent rather than a real threat. Tech giants also want to join in disrupting bank services. Unlike fintech companies, big tech companies like Amazon are bigger than most of banks. It has resources to threaten every aspect of banking features. These digital-powered entrants threaten incumbent Korean banks. Neobanks and top fintechs have reached 10 million customer base within a couple of years. KakaoBank, Korea's first internet-only bank, is run by Korea's #1 messenger company, Kakao. Launched in 2017, it now has 13 million customers. Fintech company Naver Pay, backed by Korean Google Naver, has over 10 million customers. Fancy campaign attracts customers to big tech's financial service. Partnering with securities companies, these big techs show ads to millions of their users that gives out 5% annual percentage yield, 5 times more than that of commercial banks. Last but not least, regulation. Banking industry has been one of the most regulated ones, but government now breaks down regulations and keeps building new ones. Korean banking industry and regulation are digital friendly and much easier to execute digitalization. There are 29 commercial banks in Korea, and people have averaged 11 bank accounts from these banks. So fewer banks, more competition, and banks are motivated to innovate. All Korean financial institutions, from banks, securities, insurance, and credit card companies, are connected to a single clearinghouse, KFTC. Same-day, real-time transfer has a history of more than 20 years. Most banks offer account opening without branch visit, 24 hours a day. Korean government plans to promote financial innovation by deregulation and new regulation. Heavily regulated financial services are now open to new competitors. Government has issued new license for internet-only banks. It boosted fintech investment to help burgeoning of new players. Regulation sandbox program exempts legal issues, and another license are to be issued for My Data business. In 2019, Korea became the first country in the world to open banking function to fintech companies. This means you can not only do messaging online shopping, but also you can send money and check balance of all your bank accounts in your favorite app, not necessarily your banking app. In 2021, Korean government will permit My Data business to financial institutions and fintechs. Banks and fintechs will both compete for personal data analysis and collaborate to be your financial advisor. Personal data stored in separate financial institutions will be gathered and analyzed to give valuable service to bank customers. This will further intensify competitions already hot enough. What should banks do to be necessary and survive this change? We will find in the next session. Thank you for watching.